All right, if I die of a heat stroke out here, somebody please call an ambulance. Good grief, it is hot as heck today. So, by the way, really quick, in the alien invasion video that we did a couple weeks ago, I saw some comments from several people talking about Bigfoot and what guns should you use to encounter a Bigfoot out in the woods, which is ironic because we see all kinds of weird stuff out here in the woods. We've got trail cams. We've just seen a lot of weird stuff that should not be up here in the Midwest. So we're definitely gonna do a video on that, and it's kind of fitting actually because of the stuff that we've seen out here. But today's video should be a good one. I'm actually really excited for this one. So this is my Glock 17, just a regular old 9mm Glock 17, completely factory. I have not changed anything on this gun other than the iron sights, obviously, because Glock sights suck. I've probably got more rounds through this gun than any gun that I own. It's astronomical, the round count that has been put through this gun, and I haven't had to change any parts or replace any parts, and you know, that's kind of why I'm such a Glock fanboy. But today we actually have a new toy out here to play with, and we're gonna put it up against the Glock 17 and see which of these guns I shoot better with. So this is the brand new Canik TP9SFX. When I say brand new, I mean it's new to me. This is not a new gun, they've been out for a while. But this is a fairly inexpensive race gun, or a gun that's set up specifically for speed shooting. And you can see all the bells and whistles that this thing has. It's got that humongous magazine release. It's got a humongous slide stop or slide release, whatever you say. It even has a cocking lever right here that will probably take off because it stabs me in the stomach every time I put it in the holster. And I also put a Hollow Sun red dot on this one, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the most experienced with red dots. I'm still getting used to them, so this could actually slow me down and, you know, definitely not help me. If it does, we'll take it off and run it with the iron sights. It has really good iron sights as well. Bright red fiber optics, and it's just, you know, basically a race gun, if you want to call it that. So what I want to do today is shoot this up against the Glock 17 that's, you know, all stock from the factory, and see which of these two guns I shoot better with, and does a race gun like this actually benefit you in terms of speed and getting shots on target, or am I gonna do better with the gun that I have more experience with? Let's do it. Well, now it sounds like it's about to start pouring down rain, so if it does, we'll just continue later. But let's go ahead and start out with the Glock 17. I got a couple 5-round magazines here for each of these guns. I heard that the Caniks can struggle, at least early on, with steel-cased ammo, so we're gonna start with brass in each of these, and then maybe we'll try steel in a little bit. But Glock 17 first. Did not lock the slide back, which is interesting, but it did cycle all those rounds, obviously. Now, let's try the Canik TP9SFX. These will be the very first shots that I've ever put through this thing. I just picked it up today, so it is brand new. Let's see how it does. Okay, that one did lock the slide back. That actually felt really good. I did notice a difference in recoil, believe it or not. This one definitely felt like it was staying flatter when I was shooting those rounds. The big magazine release was stabbing me in the palm of my hand big time because it sticks out so far. I'm not used to that. I probably have to adjust my grip a little bit, but yeah, felt really good. One thing I've noticed is that giant slide release is actually really stiff and kind of hard to press down. Maybe that'll loosen up over time. Let's try 5 rounds as fast as we can. Go for that blue target. That feels good. So I got my slow-mo camera off to the side. I set it up so that we can look at the recoil difference between the two and see which one looks like it has less muzzle flip. To me, it definitely feels like the Canik is staying flatter while I'm shooting those rounds, especially, you know, really fast, but we'll see what it looks like on video. So when it comes to race guns, the Canik is definitely on the low end in terms of price. These Caniks are kind of known to be decent guns that don't cost a ton of money, and this gun was like 600 bucks. Obviously the optic was an extra 300, but for a gun that's, you know, decked out like this, 600 bucks is pretty cheap. Now, there's, you know, some features that this doesn't have. Like, I obviously would like to have a Gucci Glock that's $2 grand and is, you know, super decked out. Maybe one day I'll get one. But just off the shelf, this is actually a pretty good gun and does have a lot of those features. It does not have a giant magazine well, which is something that you see on a lot of competition guns to make it easier to obviously do reloads. This doesn't have that. So, you know, that's one thing that I would like to have. And it looks like it does have places for you to attach one if you want to, but it doesn't come from the factory with one of those giant magazine wells. But other than that, for 600 bucks, it's a pretty sweet gun. Let's get the shot timer out so I can really embarrass myself. All right, so we let the storm pass. I definitely didn't go home, wait all night, wake up and put the exact same shirt back on before I came out here to make it look like it's all the same day. No, I definitely didn't do that. But I actually ordered a new trigger and a flared magazine well to really make this thing like a proper race gun. So maybe when that stuff comes in, we'll do another video on it, but I don't really want to wait because I'm excited to get this video out to you guys. So one more thing, I watched the footage when I got home last night, and interestingly enough, it does not look like the Glock is recoiling more than the Canik, although it does feel that way. So it might just be the red dot that's on the Canik giving me the illusion that it's staying flatter while I'm shooting it, because at least in the slow-mo, it definitely doesn't look like that. But you can see how muddy it is out here. Just absolutely ridiculous. I was going to move these targets around and kind of set up like a proper, you know, competition drill scenario, but since it's so muddy, we're probably just gonna leave the targets where they're at and then do some target transitions with the shot timer and see which of these two guns is actually faster. So let's do it. .25 for 2 shots with a reload. That's my very first reload attempt on this gun. So for stuff like that, the humongous magazine release obviously helps a lot. And when we get the flared magazine well, it should really speed those up. But that wasn't too bad. 2.25. I don't know if it's the shape of the magazines or what, but they feel like they're going in really easy already. And there you go. So I don't know if you guys saw that, but the magazine fell out of the gun when I shot. I'm 99% positive that I had that magazine seated all the way, and it obviously picked up a round, but with these giant magazine releases, that's one of the risks when you use a typical thumbs forward grip. Your palm can accidentally hit that magazine release. I'm almost positive that's what happened. But that was our fastest reload so far, 1.97. So 2 shots with the reload under 2 seconds. Let's see if we can get a faster reload. 1.87. The fastest one so far. The times just keep getting faster. And to be honest with you, that one didn't feel that great, so we could probably get it even quicker. Slide release. 1.7. Oh no, I hit a button. Let me hold on. There you go. 1.70. This is actually kind of fun. Well, it's starting to rain again. Hopefully it doesn't last too long, but now we're gonna try some reloads out of the Glock and see how our times compare once again, using the same ammo that we used in the other one. 1.7 is the time to beat. 2.23. Noticeably harder to hit that slide release on the Glock after getting used to the Canik. It just sticks out so far on that gun. I actually had to kind of, turn the gun over and really get my thumb on there. 2.6. 2.14. Definitely feels a little tougher to get the magazine in, even though we don't have a flared mag well on the Canik yet, which is interesting. Even from the factory, the magazines feel like they go in easier. 2.31. I'm bobbling a little bit with these Glock magazines. 1.89. I hit the button again. There you go. 1.89. Not too bad. I'm having a much harder time picking up the iron sights now that I got used to that red dot. So weird. Man. 1.98. Definitely tougher to get the magazines in the Glock. But again, that's all practice, and that's, all my fault. There are guys that can blaze through reloads with factory Glocks. I want to get a 1.7 with the Glock just to prove my point, but I'd be lying to you if I said it wasn't tougher. It definitely is. 1.89. Well, it looks like the race gun is going to win the reload challenge because I don't think I'm getting any quicker with the Glock. All right, let's do some target transitions on the steel. We'll probably go blue, black, and then end on yellow. We'll time them and see which gun does this faster. I would imagine this is where the red dot will be really beneficial, especially if you're good at them. Unlike me, we're gonna start with the Glock for this one. 1.59. That felt really good right off the bat. If I don't show you the shot timer every time, just trust me, I'm not lying to you. 1.37. That feels lightning fast, I'm not gonna lie. 1.45. Last round, damn it. 1.32. We'll do one more with the Glock. 1.40. So 1.37 or 1.32, I believe, was our fastest time with the Glock. And the race gun. Now this is a drill where the brass case ammo could definitely affect us because recoil is obviously important when you're talking about speed, but let's see. 1.22, very first one was faster than the Glock, and I feel like I could do better than that. That felt amazing. I'm not gonna lie to you, that red dot is a huge benefit when you're transitioning between targets and moving your sights because you don't have to line up a front and a rear. It's literally just put the dot on the target and pull the trigger. Wow, that felt amazing. Let's see if we can get it down to like 1 second. 1.17. Wow. I'm gonna be honest, this is the very first time that I've ever felt a humongous benefit from having a red dot on a pistol. That just feels like a world of difference. Do a little tactical reload since we're being all tactical today. 1.25. 1.20. All right, we got 6 rounds left. 1.34, a little slower. 1.09, that was the last round. 1.09, 3 targets, probably 10 feet apart. One of them is a little 6-inch gong at 10 or 15 yards away. And we're at about 1 second flat with this gun. That's awesome. So now I just need this gun to start running steel case ammo and it would be perfect. Let's see if it can get through this magazine. I think there's like 8 to 10 rounds in here. The slide release is incredibly easy now. That didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would. So steel cased ammo, come on baby. Yes, and locked the slide back. Nice. Wow. That was fast. I think this one's growing on me. All right, everybody, well, that is gonna wrap up our video on the Canik TP9SFX Race Gun versus the stock Glock 17. The bottom line is, either of these guns you could become incredibly fast with. Like I've said 100 times in this video, I'm not the race gun guy or the quickest shooter on YouTube, not even close, but I think you could see some pretty obvious advantages to having a gun like this if your main goal is speed. And obviously the way that these guns are set up just caters to speed shooting and competition shooting, and there's a reason that all those guys, you know, put all this stuff on their guns. So that being said, a regular Glock or any pistol that you have, if you practice with it, you could get incredibly fast, and there's guys out there that could smoke me with a regular gun even if I had the most Gucci Glock ever invented. So practice is more important, but if speed is your main objective, a gun like this definitely helps, and as you saw today, it definitely helped me get some faster times in a lot of the challenges that we did. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. I posted this on my Instagram a couple days ago, and it surprised me how many people have these. There's a lot of guys out there that have these Caniks, and from everything that I saw, it seems like people really like them. So I'm a fan. I can't wait to get the new trigger and the flared magazine well and really deck this thing out and see how much that helps us. I'm sure it will make it even quicker, which I'm really looking forward to. So let me know in the comments how you guys feel about this stuff. If you like the video, please hit that like button for me, guys. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.